Okay, this video is to replace the cam sensors on a 2007 Chrysler Sebring. This engine is the 2.4 liter engine. This car has a couple of codes for a cam sensor, and you typically would replace both of these at the same time. So just to show you where these are at, you'd have to take this cover off. Get this out of the way. I've already kind of popped it off there once. And the first cam sensor on the right hand side, driver's side of the engine, I've actually already taken this cam sensor out so I can show you the actual hole that it goes in. You can look right down inside of here. There is a hole on the front side right there. This connector right here is what plugs into it. Just drops down inside of there, and it goes in there. And the cam sensors are both the same. Here's the cam sensor that came out. Front or rear, doesn't matter, but that's what it looks like. You have to make sure that you get this exact cam sensor. This is an Eklund cam sensor. Well, not new, but the replacement one, I use Eklund because they make very good parts. But they make two replacement cam sensors. One has ridges on the outside, which does not fit this engine. The other one is smooth like this, and it's an exact replacement for this. The other cam sensor is exactly opposite. So there's the front one I just showed you. The back one is on the exact opposite side. I'm not sure if I can get in there to show you this very well, but it's right here on the back side of this head. Yeah, it's not going to show you very well, so I'll just kind of point to it. It's in the exact same spot right down inside of here, and the connector for this one is this connector right here. I'll kind of flip it around the back side right there. It's this connector right here, and it spins right around and it plugs right in. This one's actually easier to get to than this one because this one's kind of buried down inside of there. But again, it is the same cam sensor. Okay, the cam sensors are both the same. I'm not even sure where I put the other one at now, but it's the same cam sensor. This is the second cam sensor, and again, I don't know if it'll focus on it or not, it is the smooth bore, non-ridged kind. And if you know what anything about these sensors, it's just a magnet inside of there that as the cam goes past, there's ridges on the cam, and this magnet picks it up, and it creates a signal that basically just goes like this and sends a signal back to the computer based on a 5-volt reference. But if you're getting the code, that's basically what it is. So I'm going to pause right now. I'm going to get the new sensors. I'm going to get them kind of lined up and where they go. It's just a 10mm bolt. There's two of them, one on each in the front and the back. You know, you can use several different things. For me, I found that using a 10mm swivel with a short extension is just long enough to get down inside of there and get the angle that you need to get this replaced. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up for the next shot, and I'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and installed the cam sensors, and really they just pop right in place once you get the other ones out. I'm going to show you where this one kind of bolts in at. You know, you can see my ratchet there. I apologize if this video is not that good, but you can see where it kind of comes in underneath. That one's not that bad to get to. You might drop the bolt a couple times. I did. I ended up having to switch to a magnetic extension. You know, but you can tape it on. You can do about anything you want, but that's kind of it. And then, like I said, well, for this, you can plug stuff to unplug stuff to get it out of your way. But you know, I just disconnected that sensor real quick. And then this one, like I said, this connector just swings around and plugs. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it just plugs right in the top, just like that. That's all there is to that one. And this one, you know, if you can see that, I'll try to get it lit up for you here, but you can see that bolt down in there. Try to get a light inside of there. That bolt right there, okay, you can see it down in there. That's the other one. And then, like I said, this one is just this sensor right here, okay, and it just, you know, you got to move a couple things out of the way here to get it in, but you know, just plugs in. Don't use an air tool on these when you're taking these and installing these sensors. I wouldn't even use an air tool to get them out, to be honest with you, because you don't want to snap a bolt off. Okay, that's just plugged in like that. But when you're installing them, you know, you don't want to over torque these. You just want to, you know, get them in there, get them snug. These are magnets, yes, but they convert to a digital signal. And if you crack the housing, you could crack the circuitry in there where it converts it to a digital signal. So and then you just kind of, I mean, I just moved this tube out of the way for the air box. You disconnect this one, get it out of the way, so you can kind of get in there. Go ahead and make sure that you get these tightened back up. I'll stop the video again, and then I'll get my scanner and hook it up, and then show you how to clear the codes and do that kind of thing. And I'll talk about the scanner when I get to that, but you don't have to have some super whodunit scanner. So, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, just to get started now, so I have the engine compartment all buttoned up, everything's all connected, everything's all tightened back up. I just wanted to show you real quick, these are the sensors, or just the ones that I bought. These are Eklund sensors. I buy them from Napa. I primarily try to buy only Napa parts. I have a good relationship with the store. I buy all my stuff through there. They never give me any grief when I go back in for warranty or anything like that, and they take very good care of me. So, and then as far as my scanner goes, honestly guys, I was a Snap-on dealer for 10 years, and you know, I've sold the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 scanners. I've sold the $30,000 engine diagnostic systems, right? You don't need it. At least not for what we do. If you're doing it yourself at home, and you know, what you really need is just a good OBD2 scanner, okay? It's just going to pick up generic codes, which is going to cover 90+% of what you do. This one is just an Autel, AUTEL. It's an Autel Auto Link scanner. Okay, I've got it hooked up right now. It's giving me, I'm gonna try to set it up. I don't know if it's gonna be able to read. It's kind of a glare going there. There we go. So there's a P0300, which just tells me that I have a random misfire. But as I scroll through, you know, I come up with the P000A, camshaft position, slow response, bank 1, and then B, which is, it's also bank 1, but it really means both A and B camshaft position sensors. So one or both, it doesn't matter. I never replace just one, okay? And this is just another code that she has in here. It's her intake manifold position sensor switch, which is a ridiculous emissions code. I'll never replace that. It's really expensive and it's very difficult to do, and this car will run fine on it forever. This car has 164,458 miles on it, and it runs great, doesn't burn oil. She's just got a small problem with some camshaft position sensors. So you can, with this scanner, and I'll just show you real quick, I'm going to try to show you the screen if it will, maybe, but you can erase the codes, which is what we're going to do. Are you sure you want to? Yes. Okay, so the erase is done. Now we're just going to start the vehicle up. Okay, fires right up. Engine runs nice and smooth now. There's no miss. There's no, I mean, the whole car was shaking before because it was completely out. When you're driving this car pre-fix, it almost feels like a throttle position sensor's bad, because it would only happen at certain times as you're driving. Okay, and it almost feel like maybe 40%, 50% throttle. It'd start misfiring and running real bad and do all that. So don't mistake it for a TPS. You have to look at all their stuff, and they're all on a 5-volt reference. So if you want to get your meter out and start checking 5-volt references and doing that kind of thing, you can do that sometime. If you don't have an analyzer or something, sometimes one sensor will make the next sensor go bad if it's a 5-volt reference set in series. So you do have to watch out for that. But in this one, this is a pretty common thing. You'll find a lot of videos and stuff on YouTube. I actually didn't find any for the 2007, but the 456, I think even the 08 model, all the same engine, all the same sensor, the whole thing. But you can see now she is running perfectly smooth. There's no jump on the RPM. It's good to go. The check engine light's still on, but that's because of the other issue that she has. There's nothing else in here. I'm going to go ahead and read codes again. I'll go to pending this time as opposed to stored, because pending would get it. And the only one, if you can see it, is that same one, and it says 1 of 1. So we've taken care of the problem for the camshaft position sensors. Again, don't replace just one, replace them both. These were 25 bucks a piece at Napa. I got a little bit of a discount because I do quite a bit of business there, so 20 bucks a piece. But it's not that expensive to fix it the right way. So thanks for watching.